Hello and welcome to Scarlands, A Family Affair, Episode 3, Into the Basement. When last we met, you had headed into the village to get some work, have some discussions with local folk, engage in a bit of trade, look for a cage for your newly acquired flesh strippers, and generally kind of find out what was going on with the village above. You also paid a little visit to the Charduni Cathedral and discovered that there were some missionaries in from out of town. While you were away, Jedryn was at home with Khaled when a visitor came. That visitor indicated that they had, that visitor turned out to have, I should say, information on how to open this sealed trap door in your father's bedroom, which you have discovered supposedly contains weapons from the Divine War that belonged to Chardun, particularly an item that is rumored to be able to break or establish basically any bonds, anywhere, anytime. Does that sound like about a fair catch-up as to where we were at?
Pretty much.
Wonderful. So yeah, I believe when we had left, your dad was basically rolling up his sleeve to pour the blood on this thing to unlock the door. Is that accurate?
He's gonna use his blood?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get like a Band-Aid ready to...
Yeah. And Dad, remember, cut the outside of the arm.
Don't do the palm thing. That's like you read about in the stories. It's
I appreciate
in the illusion entertainment.
I appreciate all your concerns. Thank you so much. All right. Are you all ready to do this then?
I already have a an arrow knocked in my bow.
Should we get...
Damn it, I was an adventurer before you kids were born. I've been doing blood sacrifices more than you've had hot meals.
You're my dad.
He takes out the dagger, makes a slice across his forearm, wipes the blood onto the dagger, and traces it into the runes while chanting. As the blood fills the last rune, the door pops open, and 4 chains fire out of the 4 corners of the trap door, each lodging themselves in your father's flesh. He is held fast in place and just starts staring forward, almost like he doesn't react to the chains piercing his skin, like he's just suspended. But the door is now open.
I figured with the blood sacrifice that something was going to be like, you're mine now.
Yeah.
You signed the contract, motherfucker.
Check his vitals. Is he okay?
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay.
Oh, this is so uncomfortable.
Well...
Okay. He's breathing. He seems to have a pulse. He does not seem reactive. So if you pull on his cheek, he doesn't look over. He doesn't respond. Yeah, his eyes are not responding. It's as if he is...
This isn't good.
It's as if he is suspended or perhaps under the effects of an imprisonment spell.
Yep.
So
This was a bad idea.
Was his plan to open this and then stay here as we come back from the free food and be like, oh my god?
Yeah. And we would have just found him like this.
Okay.
Yeah, this was his plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we argued with him. I basically called him on his shit, and Jedryn in turn was like, hey, motherfucker. And somehow my ass figured it out. Not anybody else.
Oh, You were not distracted.
So I guess the first thing that I'm going to do as Korggix, because the runes seem to have spawned everything, is I'm looking at the runes on the other end of the hatch to see like what happened to them, if they changed. The blood's even on them
The
anymore.
hatch is like somewhere else in the room, like it.
Yeah, no, so the hatch just popped open.
Okay, it didn't like fly across the room.
Yep. There doesn't seem to be any change in the runes whatsoever. It just you just have this hole in the floor now that leads down into a dark space.
Can we see like what the chains are connected to?
Yeah, they're connected to the bottom of
Gotcha, not
the
like
trap
from
door.
the bottom. Okay.
I cast light on one of my arrows and shoot it into the hole.
All right, you fire the arrow down into the hole, and you see basically it goes down about 10 feet and hits the ground where there's what looks like a set of stairs that's maybe carved out of like limestone or a greenish hued sort of rock. Go ahead and give me an investigation check real quick. Okay.
So, side note, am I lagging or is Travis lagging?
I think I might be lagging.
Okay.
Yeah.
It popped up and said my connection was unstable. I was like, fuckers.
No, I think it's me. Yeah, I think I'm having a little bit of a connectivity issue, so I apologize if that's causing any problems. So with a 19, you can clearly see that it's actually not the color of the stone itself, but this sort of almost gelatinous, looks like maybe broken down fungus, like fungus that had sprouted over time and then died and then disintegrated down in this chamber, just leaving sort of a slick layer on top of these stairs. So
That's just dandy.
there's a good chance that if you drop down onto these, you might slip and fall down the rest of the stairway.
Can I identify if this is a toxic kind of fungus?
With your intelligence check, yeah, I'll go ahead and give it to you. It doesn't appear to be toxic. It just appears to be slick.
Slippery.
Does
being amphibious help with perhaps holding my footing on that?
Not even a little bit, but good try. So as you look down, the chamber where the stairs are is probably about 10 feet wide. The stairs themselves go down about another 10 feet and then empty out into a room, and you just see kind of like a T-shaped hallway. That's about all you can make out from this vantage point.
All right.
Wow.
Dropping it down.
Oh, jeez.
I'll follow.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll follow to keep these idiots alive.
Wait.
Anyone who's dropping down, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Are any of you not jumping down?
I will. If there's stairs, I will climb the stairs.
There's no stairs. I mean, there are stairs, but the stairs start 10 feet below the trapdoor.
Is there anything I can tie a rope to make this easier?
There's the bed.
Yeah, that was kind of my plan.
I'm gonna tie a rope.
It went
to the
through
bed.
twice, but they both suck. So
Yeah, I think you and I look at each other and we're like, rope.
Crap. I feel on my ass.
All right, so
I mean, I'm not letting them have all the fun.
Cheshire, you make it. You land and don't slide down the stairs. Triss,
You grab me on the way.
you do slide down the stairs. Korggix, you do slide down the stairs. Triss, you take 6 bludgeoning,
So I'm barely conscious now.
and Korggix, you take 5 bludgeoning.
Hot.
Shit.
Let's get athletics checks from Millie and Jedryn, please.
Oh man, I might just be better at the deck save.
I would definitely be better.
Look at us trying to be smart, making things harder on ourselves, because now we have to use our arms.
Mhm.
Just use your forehead like I did. Just swap one knife in there, take 5 damage.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
Did
both
it.
you both slide down the rope, no problem. You find your footing, and once you're standing on this algae, it's not particularly slippery. Like it's not so slippery that you can't just compensate for it by duck walking a little bit down the stairs. And once you arrive at the bottom of the stairs, you're fine. But you do see that, yes, Triss landed pretty roughly. And let's go ahead and get you over to the appropriate map.
Might have to heal my own butt.
I have -1 strength.
Yeah, same here.
I at least have a 0 strength. I think. Actually, I'm not sure.
I uber failed mine. I have +3 to +3 and +2
Yeah,
to strength
zero.
and dex, and I was just on the floor anyway.
I'm just irritated because it's not updating my damage.
You look like you're updated on Astral.
Okay, well, you're seeing things on Astral that I'm not. Astral's
see.
being persnickety for me. Okay, now it's working. Well,
Well, upon
fun.
firmly landing upon my ass and sliding down the stairs, I'll shoot up and like pretend that didn't happen.
is
oh, yeah.
And we
Zopa
totally got
staying with
myself.
Dad?
We will say that Zopa's going to stay there and watch Dad, but she's like, if anything happens, shout at me.
Will do.
All right, so you're down here.
Oh, believe me, if whatever is down here comes after me, I will scream very loud.
What's
Stand
everyone's?
back.
As soon as you land down there, so you've got the arrow that has light on it, so you do have a light source. What's everyone's passive perception score?
sure.
I remember when I used to have to say 27 for this,
15.
but now it's 10.
11.
I have wisdom. Mine's 15.
All right. You notice.
Mine
That's
is
a-
14.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
So, Triss, you notice this skull right here? There's sort of a seam next to the pillars to the left and right of it. Other than that, you have two what appear to be sets of metal doors. One of them has an engraving on the door, I should say. The one to the south. The one to the north has a locking mechanism, but is like obviously ajar.
Not a door, a jar.
Yes, it is a door
Jedryn.
jar.
Yeah. Jedryn. I'm sorry.
Oh, just for your reference, if any of you speak it, the writing on the south door is Dwarvish.
Nope.
Useful. I speak all the human tongue. Jedryn, I think there's like a thing here in this wall with the weird creepy skull. There's some seams. I don't know if you see them.
Let me take a look. Is that investigate or
Yeah, investigation would be fine.
investigation?
Oh yeah,
18.
you start
16.
feeling around the seams, and a secret door pops.
Yeah, you're right. Good eye.
I'm going to once more knock a light arrow into my bow.
You have a light source. Who can see in the dark?
As the door opens, it leaves this little, about 5 foot wide space. You have the arrow knocked, and you can see just into the room. It starts to open into a floor. And that floor, let's see,
Is covered with eels.
covered with eels. No,
Oh.
it's there's sort of like again, that greenish muck on the floor. You see the expansion to the map now?
Neat.
Yep.
So yeah, you see that there.
Well, that looks lovely.
Yeah, no, like this.
Is that actually a font of blood on the far side, or
Looks like it might be, yes. Yeah, everything appears basically as what you're seeing here.
Does this
Good
have
house dad selective.
does this have a Chardoon vibe or a something else vibe?
This looks like it may have been at one point belonged to something else and been conquered by Chardini servants.
Okay.
you're my blood fountain now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's that green
I'm
shit.
not sure which is worse.
It all over the
Yeah.
floor still.
Not in the room that you were in. Basically, anywhere where you see that greenish coloration on the floor of the map, that green shit is there.
Any skulls?
Yeah.
I see tiny skulls. Lots and lots of tiny skulls.
There are tiny skulls, in fact, yes.
Is it fresh, or is it like the same desiccated dead type of?
Same desiccated dead type of stuff. It looks like there hasn't been any movement in here in years, possibly even 150 plus.
I just don't. I don't trust rooms.
I'm trying to figure out what would have a
Right.
skull that tiny. Are they smaller than halfling skulls?
They look. Go ahead and give me a Arcana roll, if you don't mind.
Arcana. Oh, not medicine.
Not medicine, no.
No medicine.
There is no medical explanation for what this.
Oh, goody. Is it Arcana?
That
I'm
makes
not
me
a zero, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like these skulls belonged to humanoids and were somehow ritualistically shrunken. If you would like to make a religion roll, any of you, with that information, you may do so.
that I could. That I actually have some. Like,
Nailed
skills
it.
in.
Don't worry, I have advantage on my 2 and 2.
Oh no, I don't. I don't have any bonuses to
Well,
religion, but I
thank
didn't do.
gosh.
But I rolled okay.
Yeah, so
Don't worry, Gix is here to play.
Korggix, your thoughts are that Chardoon these must be people who displeased Chardoon with their service, so he made them very tiny before killing them.
Yes. Obviously.
That's what I do to my enemies.
What do I think? With my 19.
With your 19, you're actually familiar that there was a ritual that was practiced during the Divine War by servants of Otassel. If a warrior was dishonored, if they were somehow deemed to be unfit for reanimation, they would perform this ritual that would basically make their bones tiny and frail, unfit to serve.
So strangely enough, and I just turned to everybody. It's like, strangely enough, I think that room is safe from undead rising to fight us because the skulls are so tiny.
This is like the neutral evil version of gentle repose. You
Yeah.
don't deserve to be a vampire.
But that's an awful lot of dead
Mhm.
people. 'Cause
Are the bones covered in that shit, or are they like?
Yeah, like the bones themselves are, they're not so much sitting on the ground as they are the pavement of that room.
oh,
So the flooring
fun.
is basically made out of little tiny skulls.
little tiny skulls.
Charming.
And of people who were probably shrunk down during the war or after the war. Maybe
And this
dead
is
and-
where Dad wants to put the nursery for
Yes.
his grandbaby.
Yeah, and plus side, these tiny skulls won't turn into tiny skeletons to tiny nom on us because they're too fragile to raise as undead. So There's that advantage.
Fun fact, this room is actually very reminiscent of a real-life serial killer who used vats of acid to boil down his people he killed and then put them in his driveway.
Because that's a lot of heads.
Okay, that is a fact. That is not.
That's not a fun.
Absolutely fun. Imagine being a driveway for the rest of your life.
This is creepy. I'm not liking this at all. I don't want to go in there, but on the plus side, I don't think they'll come up and eat us.
Korggix is not. I am not convinced something is not going to maim and or kill us upon entering this room.
I'm convinced the skulls aren't going to. I'm not convinced other things aren't going to.
I'm not a fan of the chains so far. I'm not a fan of the slip and slide so far.
Do we have to enter this room? We could just shut the door and go in a different direction.
We don't know what we're looking for. It was behind a secret door. I mean, I guess we can come back here, but the secretness of it.
So my question is, the runes on the hatch were elvish, and the runes down here are dwarven.
Runes in the hatch were elvish? I thought they were
Yes. No.
elvish. Well, yeah, because the elves were like, don't go down there. So I don't know. Maybe it's like a bunch of the.
Maybe we should go ask my new teacher, the Forge Master over in town, if he can help us out.
Yeah, because it's a good idea to bring a Charduni dwarf who would use the MacGuff, the magical thing we're after for himself to enslave more people.
Or we can use him as bait. For whatever is down here.
I don't think we have the time for that.
Or somebody who can actually read what's happening down here and free Dad.
If he reads that dialect of Dwarven. No, anyway, I don't know.
He was a Charduni dwarf, wasn't he?
Yeah, but don't they have a different language than the other dwarves? I don't know which kind of Dwarven that's written in, though.
Does Millie have dark vision?
I have dark vision. And
I have dark vision.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't have dark vision, but I have light arrows.
I'm gonna tap on Millie and ask, I can borrow your light arrow?
I mean, yeah, but I could also just make you your own.
Oh, you can have more than one light arrow.
I think you can only have one at a time, right?
Oh, I can only have time?
I'm not sure if light's concentration or not. I don't think it is.
It is not concentration.
Then nope. Yeah, you can cast as many as you want. They just run out when they run out.
Okay. Can you make my
the spell ends if you cast it again.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then can I borrow your light arrow? And I'm gonna walk in this room to see if there's a unpetrified dad switch.
I will let you borrow my light arrow.
Thank you.
The sound of unpetrified dad.
You see me getting stabbed, shoot at the light.
I knock another arrow to my bow.
All right.
Nice knowing you.
You're stepping into the room.
Stepping into the room.
All right. How far are you stepping into the room?
I'm gonna take one step on the skulls.
As soon as you set foot on the skulls, these 4 sarcophagi, the lids start to rattle.
As I said, I didn't think the skulls would attack.
The keepers and the coffins are.
Maybe they have the unpetrified dad switch. I don't know.
I'm sure that they would be just delighted to talk.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand sword out,
How about now you come back and we close the door?
Okay.
All right. Well, before you do any of that, let's have. Get right back to where you were because I want initiative rolls, please.
Yes.
God damn it. Oh, I'm nailing it. 3.
4.
I hit 2 natural ones in my 3 rolls today. I'm on fire.
Good. You're getting them out of the way.
But I do have a readied action.
Oh, that just
You do have a ready action. Yeah.
state my initiatives.
There we go.
Ooh,
Nice.
Hot damn.
there we go.
All right. So, the first action will go to Triss.
So where's if I step here, it's a weird spot. Am I in the doorway? Will the door close on me, or
You will be literally in the doorway.
okay? There's really nowhere else I can step where I can see things. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there to let people buy me though, but have a sling ready to basically throw it at anything that pops out of one of those.
Pops out. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I can see it.
The first casket that begins to open, you see a skeleton like lifting the block off of himself. So that will trigger your ready to action, and it can trigger yours as well, Millie, if you both want to take a pot shot at the skeleton.
Yes.
All right.
Fixing a hit 6 doesn't hit.
Does not hit. A 22 does, though, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Nice job, Millie.
4.
All right, and it is resistant to piercing damage, so it takes 2.
Probably enough to kill him. No. Really not enough to kill him.
And can I see the skeleton?
From where you're standing, probably not. You can see the movement, but getting your eyes on the skeleton, you'll have to move in closer.
Got you.
You at least see Millie and I throw things at it.
Yeah.
You see this sarcophagus starts to lift as the skeleton inside tosses the lid on the floor in front of him. So now both these skeletons are up with no lids in front of them. That brings us to Jedryn.
I don't like this.
Jedryn.
Yep, I hear you. Sorry. Why I'm doing this? This is so dumb. Why am I doing this? This is so dumb.
Friendly reminder that Gix and Triss both have like concussions right now.
Which is basically why I'm doing this.
Broken tailbone, I figure.
Twang.
All right.
Miss.
Yep, you fire and it goes wide. Could be the terror.
Could just be.
Could be the third sarcophagus
Oh, jeez.
lid landing on the floor.
Having a good time.
Or, alternatively, it might be the fourth sarcophagus lid landing on the floor.
For some
See,
reason,
here I thought
you
there
were
was going to be
say-
some fucking thing in the
Or
floor
there
that
was
was
a
going to
witch.
eat us or some shit.
Uh,
I thought the skulls were like a pit. Something was going to come up out.
no, none of that. Millie, it is now your action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna miss with my longbow.
All right. So the area next to Skeleton 2 over here is just perforated with arrows. Some of them have gone between its ribs as you've shot at it. And it seems undeterred by the onslaught of sharpened wood in its direction. Cheshire, what would you like to do?
I would like to hold an action to swing if anyone gets within my rip range. So, like in front of Jedryn or near me.
You're not casting magic missiles?
Oh no! When they get here, I'm gonna cast grease, like right at the front.
Okay.
Love it. All right. Korggix, what would you like to do?
I guess I'm moving in close to Cheshire and Jedryn. So I guess I'll hang out here. And when I see the skeletons, are they like marked in any specific way or anything? Or are they just your...
No, well, go ahead and make a perception check. You have dark vision?
Yes, 60 feet.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
14. Perception is wisdom, right? Or is
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so you see each of them on their tabard has like a spiked mace with blood dripping from the spikes on it. Basically drawn on their tabard.
Actively dripping from it?
No, like it's drawn, like it's the blood's drawn like it's
okay.
dripping. You can give a religion check if you like.
Sure. I actually am supposed to be good at that, so... 17.
Yeah, those are the tabards indicate that they are in service to Chardun.
we're gonna have a bad time. This is bad news bears all over this fucking place. Well, I assume that they're protecting something in here, and they started waking up as soon as Cheshire stepped on the skulls.
That is correct.
So it's something in here is important in some capacity. If they're hidden behind a skull and then they're guarded. So I don't think they're here to talk. I guess is what I mean by that. So what I'm going to do is I want to imbue my weapon.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to imbue it with radiant.
Beautiful. All right. And
does it glow now, my dagger?
It does.
Hey, now everybody else can see, I guess, maybe. I'm cosplaying as a Hollow Legionnaire today.
We have one light arrow, and we still have the one light arrow in Cheshire's hand. And your dagger.
I'm holding my action.
That would pretty much be your action to cast that spell, I believe.
Oh, right. Sorry,
Yep.
I'm used to Bifrons doing all kinds of dumb shit.
That's fair.
We're level 1, not level 12.
Yeah, level 14. Let's go.
That brings us back to Triss.
Ah, jeez.
Right.
Should we just get out of the room now?
I don't hate that plan.
Like this.
Well, I mean, I would have communicated that they're definitely protecting something important in here, and it might very well be something to
I shoot
further.
skeleton number 2 again.
That will
I
hit.
actually hit it this time. And it's bludgeoning, I think.
That is bludgeoning, which they are vulnerable to. So,
then I am
wrong thing.
skeleton number 2.
To be honest, I just want
step out of the doorway so that people can get through and be like, I think we should back up and maybe close the door.
I just want a play-by-play of Cheshire's every action. That's all.
You hit the skeleton center mass, and like its ribs crack, and like half of its rib cage falls on the ground as it steps out of the.
But it's still moving.
It is still moving.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I hit it as best as I could hit it, and it's still moving. We need to get out of there.
Step out using 10 feet, so that's 15. That's 20. So it's going to step in, and it's going to take a swipe at Cheshire.
Casting grease first. Also that.
Go for it. You may do so.
Nope. Grease is a hard spell. I never mastered that one.
It is a hard spell.
You swipe at its legs, and you were very confident that if its legs had meat on them, you would have hit them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they don't. So it's going to take a swipe at you with its long sword. Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
All right. It takes 7 slashing as it brings this sword down across your chest.
We're all gonna die.
That brings us to Skeleton 1, who's going to step over. So it's 10, 15.
Or just skeleton.
That's true. And it comes over to where Cheshire's at, and it's going to try to poke at Korggix. It's a 6, so it misses horribly.
Thank God. Because I thought that was how much damage it was dealing. I was like,
Jedryn, what would you like to do?
You froze there for a minute. Was that me?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Jedryn.
Travis is frozen.
It's okay. All right, I'm going to toss my bow back through the doorway in case we have to bail out of here.
Okay.
And I'm going to whip out my rapier and try to stab a bitch.
That will be a
That's an
successful
18 to
stabbing of a bitch. Absolutely.
Okay. I did minimum damage, but I also should get sneak attack because
You do.
more than one of us there. So
Hey.
that's an additional 6 points of stabbing and bitch damage.
So it'll take 5 total after its resistance.
Stabbing, not bludgeoning.
Yeah. Well, not all of us have clubs.
It's valid.
I'm just chucking rocks at him.
I don't know what happened here. It drops dead.
There's that thing in Astral where the hit points you set and what it has is
Lag.
doesn't match, and I run into that a lot.
It's fine.
One down, 3 to go.
So the first one drops. It brings us to Skeleton 3, who's going to wander this way, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, and it's going to take a swing at Jedryn. Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Take 5 slashing as it brings its sword down on your arm.
Ew.
Skeleton 4 is going to step forward in the same fashion. And it's going to try to poke Korggix. It's a 16 hit.
Sure does.
All right, that's 7 piercing.
I'm down.
All right. You drop. That brings us to Millie.
Get him out, get him out.
I shout, no! I run forward, and I grab Korggix, and I give you advantage on death saves.
Excellent.
That's the thing that I can't heal you, but I can make it harder for you to die.
How do you do that? Neat.
I have an ability called Life Share. I can touch a creature and give it advantage on all death saving throws until they complete a long rest.
That is a brilliant tiefling ability. Cheshire, what you got?
And then I will use... I don't know, can I do that? Can I use the rest of my movement to try and drag Korggix away?
Yeah.
I don't know how far I'm going to get, but I'm going to try.
What's your...
He only
move?
moved like 5 feet, so.
I was going to say, you should be able to pull him out, at least out of the door.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. Yep, we're just going to...
Wonderful. All right, so yeah, you get clear. And that will bring us to Korggix. Go ahead and give me a death save. Fortunately, you have advantage.
So what do I roll for that? 1d20 or what?
Yep, so you roll a d20 twice. And let me look up how that ultimately wound up with your... Okay, so 19, so that's one successful save.
Yes.
Does anyone have Yugman's handy by chance?
I can.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh, no, Yugman's 3.
3.
I don't think so.
I have it, but it'll take me a couple minutes to open it.
It's fine. I just, given the way that my stream is behaving, I'm a little leery of trying to open something right now.
I understand that one.
Well, let me check your character sheet. I might have been smart enough to just put the actual wording in there. Let's see.
Looking for Scrag.
Yeah, for Scrag regeneration.
They need to be in water.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's that.
I need to be submerged.
At like up to his hips, at least, I'd say. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but
All right.
so the well works, but
That is the end of the turn.
So that was part 2 of Scrag.
Yeah,
It might
I
be
think
part
so.
2. So you all notice skeletons 3, 4, and skeleton seem like you see something like a shimmer around their edges as the bones start to like crackle and pop. And they all get pulled back into a central mass.
Oh.
Oh, we're
That
big dead.
That
Got
changes
it.
what I was going to do. Or maybe not. Oh. Get out of there, Cheshire.
Triss, it is your action. What would you like to do?
I didn't. I think I got a turn.
Oh, Cheshire, what were you going to do? I'm sorry. That's right, because Millie pulled them out of the way. So, Cheshire, it is your action.
Well, let me second one quickly. Oh, okay. Back to full. And then can I pull someone back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I would have. If Jedryn is willing, I would have pulled her.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
So you're running out of the room?
At least to the door.
All right. So yeah, then you see the skeletons kind of fall back like that. Let's have Cheshire, Jedryn, and Triss all make perception checks for me real quick at the start of this turn. Okay?
Quick thing to that, but I don't know what it is. So.
All right, yeah, you all are able to see now as this, whatever this is that pulled the skeletons closer starts to wiggle and wobble, and you start to see the outside edges of it. It becomes very clear that there's a gelatinous cube.
That was the thing I was worried that was going to eat us.
A gelatinous cube.
I was half right.
Oh, goody. Whose go is it?
It's yours. It's Triss's turn.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's my go?
Yep.
I was going to do Entangle on the skeletons. I have no idea how well Entangle will work on a gelatinous cube. But, yeah, I'm going to do that. Cast Entangle in hopes that it'll mean that... well, no, I guess not. It probably came through the door. So I'm just gonna heal Korggix.
All right.
Yay!
I think that makes more sense. Yeah. It's for I think it's 3 whole points. Let me double check that. But
And be a D8 plus your
spellcaster or
spellcasting
wisdom?
ability modifier.
Oh, then 5.
Where we started.
I hate to do this, but I have to drop for a personal thing.
Yeah, do you think?
I'll be back in a little bit.
No worries. I'm going to assume that Jedryn's going to back the fuck up.
Yes. That is a safe assumption.
These skeletons are all going to try to break loose. Let's see how that goes.
Resolve.
First one fails. Second one fails. Third one fails. Woohoo!
Woohoo. Hopefully the cube's too big to fit through the door.
You can hope. Let's see. We have a bit of a screen juggle, but that's all right. I got it.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. While I'm doing that, that brings us to Millie's turn. So, Millie, what would you like to do?
I will ready in action.
Okay.
I'm ready to shoot my bow in case people need cover.
All right.
I think it'll do much against the gelatinous cube, but it's what I've got. So.
That's fair. Your willingness to be a team player is noted and appreciated.
Thank you.
All right. And then that will bring us to Cheshire.
Do we think there's any... Someone look back to a piece and be like, Is there any chance that there's something in here that will like free pops?
That will what?
Free Papa Happy. Papa
I don't
Happy.
know. There could be something by the altar. Who knows?
All right, sounds good.
But I think I don't know if we're up to fighting a nearly transparent
I mean,
whatever that is.
We're definitely not.
Yeah, let's come back to this one.
Come back to this one.
Yeah.
Okay, then
I'm this close to a short rest.
then I'm going to pick up a rock and like throw it, not as an attack, just like a.
Out of frustration.
Yeah, and close the door. That's my magic stone spell.
That's your. Yeah.
All right. You step in and slam the door shut.
I mean, I think do I know what you used to fight one of those weird translucent cube things?
Pretty sure you don't.
I don't think I do.
Yeah,
Like,
there's nothing special. There's no like, oh, this weapon's really good against gelatinous
not like
cubes.
fire or something.
They don't have any weaknesses that you're immediately aware of, no.
But it means they don't have any. They might not have any strength either. I don't know.
That's valid. But for the moment, you have the door shut, and it does not
This
seem
is
to be
creepy.
seeping
That's what
through.
it is. That's a creepy whatever that was.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Just something. I mean, it could have been on our side, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I think it was more just kind of hungry.
Yeah,
And it
I
was
don't think
like,
it's
"Hey,
on
move
his
it."
side.
Well, it ate the skeletons that were trying to kill us, but
Right.
I don't think it's a sentient thing.
Yeah,
I don't
I think
know.
it's more driven by how do I fuel me more?
it was weird. Don't like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Huh.
when was the last time somebody was in this room? You
It's
know,
true.
how long has that thing
Well, how
been
did
just
it
sitting
get
in
in?
there?
Yeah.
So
Right.
you'd think it would have
That's
starved
the
to
other
death or
concern is
something.
how did it get in here? Because we had to open like a special thing. So was that always there, or is there like a place behind Dad's house that this thing just like I'm just gonna
But maybe it
worm my
made
way
the
through?
stuff that's all over the skulls, that weird
Yeah.
fuzzy stuff, slimy stuff on the skulls.
Yeah,
Maybe it's from that thing.
maybe. Does it leave behind fungus? You think?
Do you think that's what the fungus is?
It was weird because it was like Jello, but did you see like the edge? I could make out one edge, and it seemed perfectly like not. It was like straight, you know. You'd
Oh,
think,
great!
like-
So there might be more. Fantastic.
I don't know, but it was like it was weird, like a you know. You
Here,
think of I don't know what it
Before
was.
we saw it, before I was awake, I heard you guys say that the skeleton was being pulled back, and I was worried it was turned into some giant Gundam.
That's
You mean
where I was.
Voltron?
Skeletron.
Our characters have no reference for, but yes, I agree. I was worried the skeletons were going to merge into one big uber skeleton, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't happen. There's that at least.
I don't know if it's necessarily better that there's a cube that just ate them at the same time.
But we know that room is there. If we don't find what we need in
We can-
somewhere else, we can come back, I guess.
Yeah, if we have anything that we need to throw away, I'm sure we can throw it in that room.
It could make maybe a alchemy fire to throw at it, but that would take a while.
What if? Oh no!
I don't know if
Flesh
Dad has
eater
that
would
much
It
time.
would take a while for our flesh eater to get enough saliva.
No, I don't think that's going to help. That'll just make it.
Make
That'll
the
just make
gelatinous
it
cube numb.
It'll just be fearless at that point, and it wouldn't back off if we do a lot of damage to it. That's better on us than on them, really. So there's
No,
like,
my arm says no. That was not great.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think we should do, Millie?
Me?
I'm the youngest. I'm not the decision maker.
We should definitely sit down.
So are we gonna take a short rest?
By the
Does
door?
Dad have that long?
I mean, here's the thing. If we come back with only half of us, Dad will not be happy either way. So we might as well make sure we all come back.
I'm just gonna call up the stairs and be like, would that be okay if we like chill for a bit before we continue to explore and maybe rest a bit? Cause ow. I call up the stairs.
Zopa shouts down. I mean, he doesn't seem to be changing at all.
So he's not getting worse.
I think he's just stuck like this until we can undo this spell.
I
Probably
wonder if
with
the
whatever
neighbors would
is
be
down
willing to
there.
help, or the priest.
What if we hire a group of adventurers?
Oh.
Guess I really am working at the forge for a while, huh?
I'm gonna sit down on the stairs and take a breather until somebody tells me to do something otherwise.
Yeah, let's go ahead and rest for a bit. I think.
Is there? Can I
Cheshire,
yell up
can
and
I-
see maybe if the priest would be interested in coming to look at this shit?
All right, hold on one
No,
second.
you can't get a.
What were we saying? Ayli, you
Cheshire.
faded out.
Cheshire, may I have my light arrow back?
Ah, yes. Thank you for letting me borrow it.
Yes, anytime.
And you wanted to climb the rope, Korggix, and go ask the priest?
No, I wanted to yell up at Zopa.
Zopa?
Yeah, to see if maybe yelling at one of the neighbors to go get the priest so they could still watch your old dad. Because the priest might come in handy in figuring out what the fuck is going on down here. Because the Charduni, who was it? The Charduni dwarf, or was it the neighbor?
The Ironbred priest.
Right, but somebody was saying that they were involved in something, and I cannot remember.
I don't trust the Charduni dwarf, and I sure as heck don't trust the Charduni priest. Or Chardonnay priest. But that Ironbred
Helped us once.
and might,
Yeah.
Didn't seem to really take the bullshit too kindly. So
Yeah. Well, they claim to be what god did they follow, or did they?
And Keeley.
Keeley, hey, I'm 100% behind Keeley. So, I mean, I'm more of a Denev person myself, but if I was going to follow a god, it would be
yeah,
Keeley.
so that's what I would holler up for, I guess.
Zopa says, I don't want to get the neighbors involved. One of you climb up here and watch Dad. And she runs off and Jedryn climbs up top to watch Dad. She comes back a few minutes later with the priest in tow.
Nice.
And he slides down the rope.
And then immediately goes back up without saying a word.
Says, or she, I should say, says, what is going on in here?
Complicated.
We need to save Dad.
Yeah, I'm sure you passed by
I see
Floaty
that.
up there.
I tried my most powerful dismissal of curses, and it did not function.
Yeah, so there's some bad stuff behind door number 1.
There were some skeletons in there and some kind of shiny, like almost transparent square.
It's Jello, but instead of you eating the Jello eats you.
And it ate the skeletons, but we think it might eat us if we messed with it. We're just coming down here to try to figure out if we can free Dad. Like, there's a.
So my religion check was the skeletons screamed Chardoon worshippers. So I'll communicate to Aaron what was on the tabard and stuff and see if it hits any bells or whistles for him.
She looks at she's like reading the inscription on the door while you're talking.
Whoa, you can read that?
Cool.
Yeah, so that gelatinous cube thing sounds bad. It sounds like maybe whoever the last priest down here was left some undead to guard the area, which makes sense if they left something valuable here. It says, this inscription says that beyond these doors lie the lash of Chardoon.
That might be the thing Dad wanted to find.
Okay, plan. What if we open the door, shoot some like arrows and stuff in, and close the door? and then just keep like open, shoot, close.
I like
We
that.
don't even know what's going to be in there, though. Oh, you mean the cube?
At the
Will
cube.
not be great. Yeah.
But this sign says so. The sign was on the southern door.
Yeah.
Not the
Oh.
lash.
Oh,
So the
okay.
lash is through this door.
Neat. That's better.
Yeah.
So what the hell are they protecting in that door? So hold on. The important thing isn't even in the room that almost killed me. Now wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm
really.
not so gun ho and going south right now.
Oh wait. What does the northern door say?
Does it?
Nothing. There's nothing carved on it, and it's just got.
Oh, okay.
And it's
But
like
it is
cracked.
open a bit.
It's cracked open a little bit. Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
Aaron.
walk over to the northern door and close it.
All right. All right. You walk up and pull the door closed, and Aaron is like feeling the edges of the southern door and testing it and pushing on it, and
Don't hurt yourself.
she says, "Yeah, I think this requires a magic, like an activation word to open."
Yeah, like the hatch did.
Oh, great.
So somebody needs to give it some blood and smear it on the runes. That's how we even got
and know
into
the word.
This. What was
So-
the word? That didn't Dad
But it
say
doesn't mean it's the same word as what Dad said.
Yeah.
We could
You know.
Try it.
I don't want to shed blood if it's the wrong word. I mean, we might find out what the word is in somewhere else around here. I don't know. So,
Well, we might find said word at the font in the room of fun to our east.
find the cube.
That might be it. I mean, if they're making sure that people can't mess around in that room, if you don't know the word, I mean, why protect this door when you just protect getting the information to begin with? So it might very well have the means of accessing it right over there, and it was already guarded in the first place.
True, the word might be on that in that room.
Across the.
Do we want to
didn't
finish resting first, though?
Yeah. Well, didn't we see the giant like blood flaunt over there on the?
Yeah, through that.
Yeah. So who knows what the hell is over on that thing?
Aaron says,
Use that blood to.
Aaron says, "Do you want me to go to town and see if any of the priests in town can help?"
No.
That's
No.
fine.
Really?
Well,
Mm.
they're all Chardonites, and
We want to just keep this within the family. is
can
really
I?
what
Can we
it
be
is.
frank with you, ma'am?
Sure, but I'm still going to be Aaron.
Love her.
Millie is snickering in computer.
Just confused. Okay. Yes, Aaron. So
We don't
There-
trust Chardonnates.
we don't trust the Chardonites because they enslave people, and Dad wanted to get this flail thing or chain thing or whatever it is because it can break bonds. But it's some kind of relic of Chardoon. If the Chardonites get their hands on it, they'll probably use it to keep people enslaved, and we'd really not want to do that because Keely.
I'm certain that in between the words you used, there is a full, complete thought that I probably agree with. Yeah, I think. All right, that's fair. I just figure they know the best of what's going on down here. But you're right. We probably don't want to give this to them. I just also don't have to lie to them about it later. I have a feeling this is going to put me in a precarious position, but it's fine. I'll help you. So we have, what do we have? We have a room over here that's full of deathly goo.
Deathly goo.
Yep.
Yes,
Alright.
That sounds, yep.
that sounds right. And there was skeletons. But we think the goo was in the process of eating them when we shut the door. So it's probably it.
And
By
this
now.
one was open, and you just shut it. Is there something bad back here?
We decided to rest before we checked that one out. We got a little rough.
I fell unconscious for a moment, so we decided to take a second.
Sure. I tell you what. Yeah, you do that, and I will do a little bit of reading here. And she sits down, pops open a prayer book, and starts looking through it.
Thank you, ma'am. Aaron.
No problem. You all can complete a short rest, so go ahead and roll your hit dice for regaining hit points. I'll roll for Jedryn.
What do we roll?
Whatever your hit
8?
die is.
Or
Yeah, so you roll a D of that type, so you roll a
Send my
D8.
hit dice, or what did I just
Yeah,
say?
when you hit HD size, it just sends your actual...
It just sends the dice.
die.
Okay, so I have to roll an 8d8. Okay. And do we add your con?
Yes, you do.
Okay, good. Do I have a con bonus? Yes, I do.
okay, so this is one of the things I definitely don't know how to do. So how do I do this?
All right, so you roll the D8 and then add your con bonus.
Or whatever your hit die is. Yours might be different.
Well,
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer's D6. I think.
D6.
6. Yeah.
Nice.
And fighter would be like a d10.
I had a 6, and then my con +2, so 8. So
Yep, so you heal at 8.
Yeah, and I'm back up as well.
At the start of the long rest,
Short.
I'm going to of the short rest. Yeah, at the start of the short rest, I'm going to go up and I'm going to give Triss a hug and do life share with her so that she also gains advantage on death saving throws until the rest of the day. Basically.
Me?
Okay.
I'll give you a hug back.
Cool. And as soon as you're completing your rest, Aaron says a quick prayer, offering a bless to Millie, Cheshire, and Korggix, because they're closer.
I have 1 cure light wounds left. I have super day. So.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess we have 2 passive action. Go to the north of the unknown, or go to the east where I die again. Thoughts?
Might as well check out the north, see what's up there.
Okay, but
Yeah.
if we do the east and we do the open the door, shoot, close the door thing, maybe nobody will die.
But I don't know. Or arrows are just gonna go whoop. And not actually hurt it. I don't even know.
We don't know until we try.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm going to turn to Aaron and be like, why are you so willing to help us out of... Right, you don't even know us like, at all.
Because I'm a priest of a god that isn't a dick.
Right, but my question, I just don't... As somebody
Keely
who
is kind of a dick, but not that kind of a dick.
as somebody who has had their fair share of hardships, I just don't feel like there's not something. I don't want you to do this just for the kindness out of nothing, and then get in trouble for it after, as you mentioned. That's all I'm worried about.
I do.
Yeah, like that. Right now, we gotta save that.
Right, but if they get fucked over, there's going to be fucked over headed our way, and Dad bought this house, and that's going to spill into this whole area.
Yeah,
Well-
we're asked fucked over.
Yeah.
I appreciate your concerns, Korggix.
I'm curious about the degree of fucking over that's going to happen, really.
Well, let's solve that once your dad's no longer got chains sticking in his face. We can figure out the details. It looks
What's
really
your thing?
painful.
Yeah, one thing at a time, and I think the first important thing is
Korggix isn't
Big
smart.
Dad.
Okay.
Well, I would opine that the first important thing is which one of these doors are we going to open?
I think the north one, maybe.
All right. Who's taking the lead on this?
I will.
All right. You pop the door open. Go ahead and give me a perception check real quick, please.
I thought you were going to say deck.
I mean, perception is not much better for me.
An arrow comes flying through.
All right.
Ooh.
So you are
There's
able
nothing
to...
behind this door.
Yeah, you open the door wide. It's fine. Looks fine. 2 seconds and I'll show you just how fine it looks.
I zoom out all the way, I get a sense of how big the map is.
You can get a sense of how big the map is.
Not really.
So yeah, you see a hallway out in front of you. And you don't have dark vision, is that correct?
60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet, okay. So you can see there are a pair of unburnt torches in the wall. about halfway down the hallway. Well, they look like they have been burnt at some point, but they're not consumed. They could be relit.
Right.
This door was left cracked open, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe a breeze coming through here made the torches go.
Or there's those damn skeletons walking around here.
Were they
Patrolling.
hard enough to close the door behind them, though?
No, it was cracked.
No. The door in
So-
the room that they were in.
The breeze could have blown it shut.
Does I have a very important question to ask Cheshire. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Good job, Josh.
Excellent.
I mean, that's what I do.
So as Cheshire steps through the door, you see like a volley of darts shoot out of the side, tapping them in the side, and you take 3 piercing damage. I also need you to make Constitution saving throw, please, Cheshire.
Yep.
I think Cheshire can do this.
You are blessed,
Right,
so you can add a D4 to this roll if you so choose. No need,
20,
though.
23.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you take 5 poison damage from the darts as well.
Wow.
I have to go take another short rest.
You immediately use that second win.
Joy of first level.
And you gain the lives.
Bright side is it doesn't seem to have any more darts immediately ready to fire as you're standing there. Now you can clearly see it. You can clearly see there's a pressure plate you're standing on.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a 10-foot pole up there.
Holy crap, are you okay?
I'm good. I did it.
She reaches up and pulls the darts out. That looks really painful. Do you want me to heal that?
No,
Oh,
no,
we have a heal bot.
no, that's
Hell
good.
yeah.
Okay, it looks
Nice.
like you're standing on a...
Smash the
Smash the what?
smash the dart thing.
Oh,
I don't
sure. Go ahead and make a attack check. What are you using to try to
Yeah.
break it?
From here, not on the pressure plate. Shalale.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't know if a 12 hits though.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, you shatter it.
You are not doing that again.
Good job.
So I'm 17, so I'm immortal.
So, are there more of those?
Probably.
Probably.
Neat.
But you can tell the ground is different there, so we look
Can
where
I?
we're walking.
Maybe we can poke the ground with something. Let's see.
I can tell the ground is different.
You can. And do you have dark vision, Korggix?
I do, 60 feet.
Oh, okay. You can actually see on the opposite end of this hallway, there is another dart recess.
I pointed out. I'm not going to fuck with it, though, because I don't know what the hell it is. So I'm going to yell over at Triss to beat on it again.
Is this other little skull another one that I should just for the sake of beating things up?
I mean, if you want to just swing on every skull that you walk past, you're welcome
I'm
to.
just.
I mean,
I'm sure
I
that
am
won't piss
Triss,
off whatever's in
Skullbreaker.
here. Even more. Yeah, just coming in to vandalize you. What's wrong?
I like breaking skulls. Piss off a tassel. He can bite me.
All right, yeah, so you swipe
so
at the
don't
various
make any
skulls as you're walking through. No.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Are you taking down the torches or lighting the torches or interacting with these torches at all? Or are you just going to move past it?
Do we have any
Someone else
ability to
can-
create fire?
I mean, yes, there's a couple of ways, not the least of which would be like, rub some sticks together.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one.
I can give you my torch.
I was taking it. Okay, yeah.
I have a tinder box.
Especially so you can see.
Yeah, y'all have dark vision. I have my glowing arrow, but if you want a torch, I also have a torch in my inventory.
I wonder if lighting these would get us anywhere. Like, with them in there. I don't know.
Try it.
I don't know. So far, everything down here wants to kill us, so I'm suspicious of everything.
I wish I had the little Reachy Flame spell, but I don't. I get Shillelagh instead. Oh wait, can you light fire with Druidcraft? Maybe I can do it with Druidcraft. I literally don't remember what this says. Let's find out. Did I write the description here? Like flower blossom. I can make it harmless sense.
Instantly light, snuff out a candle torch or a small campfire.
Instantly light or snuff out a candle. So yeah, I'm gonna use Druidcraft to light torch.
All right, the torches both light up. Whoosh. There is no effect other than you smell musty torches burning.
Still suspicious.
I don't blame you.
And
Nice.
are you going to
smash?
take a smash at that dart? Go ahead and make your roll. All right, that
Smash
one
missed.
does
Whoa.
not do so good. Like, you hit it a couple times, and it doesn't seem to have broken the piece off.
I'm not strong enough to break this one, Gix.
I tried with claw. Does it 20 fuck it up?
You just reach in and pull the entire apparatus out of the wall. It hits the ground and then fires the darts into the ground.
That's terrifying.
It's a little scary.
I would have been showboating there and got shot with arrows. That would have been great.
Aaron comes up behind. So we good to proceed to the next area?
I guess so.
Think so.
Yeah, before the threshold of that. Oh, Cheshire is there.
That's
Are any of you taking those torches?
Look around for a second. I don't know. Cheshire didn't notice the first time.
And are you taking the torches or leaving them in place?
No. We'll leave them.
I wouldn't think to.
All right. So you step into the next room. Cheshire, go ahead and give me a perception check if you don't mind.
Can I get over a 3 this time? I would be happy with a 4.
Would you?
I was kind of hoping it would just be a 4.
So what you notice is, first of all, this room itself seems relatively serene by comparison, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The green on the ground is some of that sort of mold. The red on the ground is what appears to be blood staining. It looks like, and you do notice there's a slight tilt in the floor, leading everything toward that grate in the middle of the room.
Right.
So it looks like maybe this was once used as like a ritual abattoir of some kind. Possibly, if done in the service of Otassel, this might have been used for skinning potential servants. If it may have been repurposed during the Charduni reign here as a punishment chamber.
Is there anything on the ceiling? Any markings or vents or
No.
hooks and chains?
Go ahead and give me a perception check as you look up there on the ceiling.
That's a ceiling, all right.
Yep, it's big and dark and dark.
Hey, Cheshire,
Mm-hmm.
come here real quick.
Do a quick jaunt back.
I reach out and hug Cheshire and do my life share ability with Cheshire, so now
What do those
everyone gets advantage on death saves.
Aww.
3 of
Excellent.
us.
And with a
Is the
16,
map supposed to light up more?
yes.
Okay.
And with a 16 on your perception check, you do see that there's a bit of that mold on the ceiling, but not enough to be like alarming.
The same mold that was in the cube room.
Right, and it's on the floor here where it's green. You do
I
see
think
that
yeah.
these two hallways have like a wooden floor on them as opposed to the stone floor up ahead.
These two hallways are what up ahead?
The hallways going to the east and west have a wooden floor.
A wooden floor. Okay. Yeah, your audio was cutting out. So
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's going on with the internet today.
when I do this, it means your audio's cutting out, and I'm going, I can't hear you. For me, and it doesn't mean it is for anybody else. Yeah, okay. So I was like, I think maybe the bad death god, Hochhalter, this vibes from what I know about him. Very, anti-denim kind of stuff.
You just opened it up on stream. You see what's happening?
I did just open it up on stream. That's okay.
Yeah, you're downloading something. That's why your internet's dying.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to fix it.
Oh, god damn it. Imagine if we all lived in Finland where 100 up and 100 down was the norm.
Well,
Theoretically, I have a kick up and down, but
right, I shouldn't be having these problems with my speed, but there we go.
So this kind of vamps the vibe of Hochhalter, who's like the evil death god. Yes, there's an evil death god. I know that sounds weird. Had been taken over probably by Shardenites, and the skells and stuff match what little I know about his vibe. The Hochhalter, that is. Shardin's more chains than skulls, as I recall, based on what we've seen of his churches, and thorns and stuff. This is more.
I was trying to see if I knew anything about the room or anything, but I rolled a 6, so I
can see some more of that mossy stuff, but I don't think there's a lot. Probably just that cube thing was in here. Although how it got in here, I don't know. Maybe there's
or there's more.
Or there's another one. Oh, jeez, there might be another one.
I'm worried about that clean divide we saw.
I wonder if it can fit through that little vent in the floor.
I've seen
can it break down into teeny squares?
I've seen raccoons fit in things that they shouldn't fit in. So I assume the cube also has some dexterity.
These hallways are wide enough for another
made
cube.
Of goo.
There could be another cube in here.
I'm also worried about the vent usage and what's down there.
Well, the Hochhalterites, or whatever you call them, would use it for draining blood to collect the blood for. I don't know what they do with it. But.
So what you're saying is there's going to be a blood cube.
Easier to steal.
I hope not. That sounds horrible.
Hey, that's a silver lining if there ever was one.
Cheshire, as you step over by that hallway, go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
I've probably gotten to about here searching.
Yep, nothing.
Alrighty.
You joining us, Korggix and Millie?
Right behind you.
Yeah. So Cheshire's on the east. I'll be looking at the west, and I'll just peer down the hallway, kind of see what the vibe is.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check yourself as well.
Oh, great. Oh,
nice. So you notice there's some of these, some of the wood's ripped up. You do see there's some containers back here stowed among the things, and it looks like, based on the refuse that's laying around, it looks like at some point someone or something came in and scattered around body parts.
Or were left behind by giant cubes.
Yeah.
Or were dropped behind by giant cubes, also possible.
So are the containers, do they look looted?
The first one you see right here in the corner does not.
Is there dust and stuff around? Is this place relative?
A bit. Not what you would expect for it to be this.
Yeah, well, what I'm
abandoned
thinking
place.
about doing is grabbing a couple of little pouches, because I always get like various little pouches and whatnot, and filling them with a little bit of dust so I can throw it and maybe reveal one of these if we run in like every
Oh, sure, yeah.
corner, huck one to see if like it stops in the air.
Right.
No problem. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, is the floor like cleaned in spots? Are there like snail trails fucking all over the place, or?
Oh. I'm just grabbing like half a dozen little pouches and like throwing some
There's
scraps of whatever on the floor in it.
there's nowhere that appears like unnaturally clean where you're standing right now. Anyway.
I'm going to try to sneak over to that container.
Throw this in there first, just to make sure. Hand you a little pouch.
Can
I'm
I
making.
throw it that far? All the way to the
I
corner?
mean,
of that thing?
No, but you can throw it in. You can throw the dust in like 5 feet and see if it.
Well, that's why I was putting in a little pouch. You can throw the pouch in the pouch.
Oh, you're throwing the whole pouch. Okay.
Yeah,
And
well, I
you
want
can
to. I
throw
want to
it.
get like some little, little yay big pouches of like. Some dust.
And then just let the
Just do that
dust
and
like
just,
fall on shit.
Exactly, and then hopefully, if the dust stops if the pouch stops in midair.
I didn't notice any traps
Wait.
or anything with that in the hallway or anything.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Any pressure? Okay. So I'm going to sneak about halfway so I can see around that like corner where it falls out
Okay.
and just look that way before I start smacking shit.
You see a couple more boxes, a couple more crates down in the south corner.
They looted?
They don't appear to be.
God damn it.
I am ready to shoot anything that moves.
Yeah. I'm interested in shinies. I'm gonna. You said 5 feet. I could dump some dust. I'm gonna try and get within 5 feet of that, and then just like throw a pinch at it
You
and
can
see
either
what
do
happens.
this
Yeah.
or you can just throw them away.
It falls on it. No
Nothing.
issues. Cheshire, give me a perception check real quick.
You can do better, Cheshire.
Did I go the wrong way? God damn it.
I'll let everyone else that's in that room make one as well.
Thank you.
So Millie and Triss, you can make one. All right, Millie, you don't notice anything. You're watching that area where Korggix went very intently. Triss, you notice a dripping sound coming from over by Cheshire.
Oh, over and look up and look in this direction.
You look up and you don't see anything, and then you look at Cheshire to ask if he sees anything, and see that there's blood running down his leg as you see a swarm of
Oh
Yeah.
my
flesh
God.
eaters chewing
Yeah.
on his leg.
I am going to kill all of them.
Well,
Oh God!
Capture another one!
Oh no!
You take 8 piercing as they are
Good
chewing on your leg.
Having my entrapped a moment as I'm just like, oh, catch one! Flesh drippers! We can breed them!
And I
So
would like
that
you,
yelling is going to make me swivel around.
So I'm way more excited about this than anything
and
else.
go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw if you don't mind for me there,
Oh yes.
Cheshire.
God with that.
It's okay if you fail it. You won't feel any pain as they eat you.
Yep, no, this time it's as if your body has built up an immunity to their saliva. So you didn't feel the initial nibble, but as the swarm starts ripping the back of your leg off, you certainly feel it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh God! So the yelling and the stomping and the jumping and the dancing. Ah! Oh God! These things. Why
we're
do I
rolling
taste
for
so
initiative.
good?
Yeah, I think we should roll for initiative.
Do I get my held action released?
Yes, you can absolutely turn around and fire at these things now.
remember, His body parts don't regenerate.
I know. I know. I'm still going to do subdual damage, though.
Does it 15 hit?
Almost certainly, yes.
5 pierce.
Okay.
Aaron's like,
All right, so she will, on her initiative, cast Cure Wounds on Cheshire. But first, we'll do the 5 piercing. It has resistance, so it will take 3 piercing. Aaron is going to Cure Wounds at you, which means you have to run over there. You heal 8. And that brings us to Cheshire.
We're just going to cast Rage. Can I cast Rage? Yeah, sure. Why not? 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah, you hit.
you're
Go ahead.
Varian now?
Go ahead and roll your damage.
13 slashing.
Nice. So they take 7 as you slice like half of the swarm in half.
You hurt
Oh, I'm hurting the wrong
Aaron
person.
instead of them.
Okay, but we need a male.
Yeah, or well, actually, we haven't sexed the one we have.
Oh, shoot. Then,
Yeah, most of us haven't figured out how yet without getting bit until we get those gloves.
Well,
that's a good point.
I'm pretty far away.
You are. You're right by this box. You could continue looking in the box if you wanted to.
Well, you can see and hear that.
I'm more interested in if anything else is seeing and hearing what we're doing in this hallway where I am secluded and alone.
Doesn't appear to be.
So nothing's on my person.
No, like you look yourself over, you're not being bit anywhere. There's nothing.
I can move 30. So I guess I'm just going to hang out right here. And I'm going to hold an action for if anything does come down this hallway to throw one of my daggers at it.
Okay. Excellent.
That's all I got.
That brings us to the flesh strippers who are going to take another bite out of crime. And by crime, I mean Cheshire.
That's what they call me.
17 get you?
Just gets me.
All right, take 7 piercing and give me another Constitution save. Don't forget, you do have the D4 from the blessing if you need it, but you don't, so you're good.
Okay.
Again, you get the mixed bag of not being affected by the anesthetic.
It's definitely a mixed bag.
And that will bring us to Triss. What would you like to do?
I'm going to shillelagh I'm going to go over shillelagh and do subdual bludgeoning damage if I can do that.
Try to knock him out.
Try to knock him out. Yep. With my shillelagh.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll. And that's magic, so they're
yeah, it is magic.
Not resistant to that. All right, so you knock about half of the swarm up against this wall, knocked silly and unconscious. There are still a couple of them crawling up and down Cheshire's legs, however. And that brings us to Millie. What would you like to do?
Korggix, go back and get that crate. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at them.
Just don't hit Cheshire.
All right, go ahead and roll your
14?
damage. Absolutely hits.
I am an expert. 4, so 2.
You kebab 2 of them, and there's one left that's like crawling on your crotch right now, basically.
Oh, God.
Great. We're about to get some Three Stooges shit going on in here, aren't we?
Kebab. I wonder if they're good eating. No, I can't eat a rat. I am a rat. That would be gross. That would be like one of those humans eating a monkey.
It would be a little gross. See if they can be stealthy.
Flesh strippers are friends, not food.
Strippers are definitely friends. They're just misunderstood friends.
Just hungry. That's all.
That's not great.
All right.
You know where
So
they came from now.
that brings us back to Aaron. Aaron is going to fucking cure wounds on you again. Just about takes out her spell slots.
Excellent.
Oh, her first level spell slots. So now you get 7.
Yay.
That's her action. That brings us to Cheshire.
I'm gonna grab this one and just kind of like fling it against the wall as hard as I can.
We're gonna try.
Excellent. Go ahead and make your just unmodified unarmed attack roll.
This plus 3. 13.
All right, so you grab it and bounce it off the wall. What's your strength mod?
3.
All right, yeah,
Catch it, not throw it.
it splatters and sort of tumbles down the wall.
I'm gonna yell, we have to start doing flesh stripper checks. Check underneath the armor. Check your back. This is not okay anymore.
Korggix, what would you like to do?
I'm going back for the crate.
All right, you get over to the crate. It's just a sort of simple wooden crate. It's nailed shut. Do you have anything to try to like pry it open with, or are you just going to rip it open?
Myself.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
10 years later, Astral will respond.
I didn't even see you anymore.
16.
Excellent. Yeah, you rip it open, and you see inside of it it's filled with what appear to be like journals and papers, and you see there are 2 scroll cases as well.
Okay.
Do they have
For our
spells on them?
wizard.
Hey,
That you'd have to pop them open and find out, which will take a little time.
you're a caster, so.
Yeah. Hey. You mean I can't just run into melee and die repeatedly every engagement? What do you mean?
You can if you so choose to.
I mean, theoretically, I have 20 AC. I just need a reaction.
With the shield, yeah.
So these flesh strippers are out, and you have managed to save alive a grand total of 14 of them. Not bad.
Holy shit!
We have a farm!
Like a farm!
Quality.
Let's not
We
get
need to
excited
open a
yet,
petting zoo!
because we
Okay, so
can't trap
we
them.
definitely. Well, we got the crate, so we don't
Crate?
need 14.
Yeah, but the crate has
for-
stuff in it. Do I just shove that shit in my backpack, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the stuff out of the crate. That's fine.
Might
we
be
don't
useful
need
later.
14 for a breeding colony. I think that's a little much. But what we can do is take the 14, and then once they're like healthy and alive and stuff, we can
Sell them.
cull. Yeah, we'll cull the most aggressive ones and sell those,
Yeah.
and keep only the most tame for our breeding colony. And over the course,
What
of
if
the
we use some of these
You are so
to get
smart,
through the
Exist.
chains
Oh
on Dad? What if we had them chew on the chains for Dad? Would it?
I
They're
feel
metal
like-
chains. I don't think they chew
I
metal.
think they would just chew Dad.
Yeah, they would just chew Dad.
That brings us to Triss. Are you taking any actions at this point?
Oh, are there any rats left? Are
You don't
we
see
still about
any.
that?
Make a perception check.
Perception check? Yeah.
You don't see any or feel any.
I'm looking for more.
Um,
Looking around.
so as you're
I have
looking
a feeling
around,
that me going to get this crate's going to be a big
You-
problem here.
actually see another swarm of them, like right here.
Nothing lit up for me, so I'm not sure where that came from. There.
To the
Oh,
east.
okay. I see it now, yeah. Oh, crap, there's more. There's more. There's more. There's more. Shoot. I won't have to fight them. Well, do I have an action left, or?
Yeah, you have an action.
I guess I'll. There's more, I say, and.
Shillelagh again?
Shillelagh again, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, that hit.
Right, so
A lot of
they take
damage,
6 bludgeoning. And you
And they're gonna eat me.
splatter a few of them.
You don't want to eat me, I'm a fellow rat.
Millie, what would you like to do?
I will shoot an arrow.
Excellent.
That is the thing that I do.
Nice. All right, 9, so it takes 5. You kebab 5 of them. That brings us to the flesh strippers. They're going to try to basically run on Triss at this point.
Fun.
Does a
That's like
6 get you?
cannibalism, no.
Yeah, so you just kind of dance a little bit, and they don't
Yeah.
seem to really have much impact on you.
Although I believe it's my charisma convincing them that they don't eat me because I'm like their big cousin. I believe.
That's fair. And that brings us back to Aaron. Aaron is going to fucking shoot a guiding bolt at the goddamn. Oh yeah, that hits. And they will suck 11 radiant. And the next attack against them has advantage if they're still alive. Yep, there's one left glowing.
That's so pretty.
The rest are all deed.
Or yeah.
Or knocked. The earlier group is knocked out, but Cheshire, it brings us to you.
So I saw them attack Triss. That does
Yes.
not make me hangry. So I'm going to cast Sanctuary. 16 to hit.
You literally says cast spell, not
Yep.
So you're stepping up and hitting them?
Yep.
All right, yeah, you step in and bam! And that takes out the last one. And as that flesh stripper dies, that brings us to Korggix. Now, Korggix, you're coming out from over here with that crate in hand, correct?
I would try and move to.
All right, so as you get to right there, carrying the crate still has the papers in it. You've not taken them out yet?
Oh, I would have put that stuff in my backpack.
All right, so you shoved all the papers in your backpack.
Junk. I emptied it to put I'm ready to scoop rats with
All right.
box.
You see like 2 of the dead flesh strippers that are on the ground get sucked upward and are now floating about a foot off the ground.
I'm just going to say run.
as the vacuum cleaner appears.
And when I say that, there was other crates and shit back there, right?
Yes.
I am 100% yeeting the crate in the general direction of the floating rat.
Go ahead and make an attack check, please, for a thrown weapon.
Thrown weapon.
Dexterity based.
It's okay. It's dex.
No, that'd be strength if you're
It's
just
string?
yeah if you're
Yeah, I
just
can do
chucking
either
something.
or. I'm good at both. But we'll do strength.
Not bad for a sorcerer.
Yes, plus 3, so 19.
Yeah, so you whip this box and it hits and shatters against the cube, clearly outlining one whole side of it. It doesn't do any actual damage to it, but you see the scrolls and the papers starting to melt away. The books starting to be
No,
eaten.
the books, they were in his backpack.
Yeah, I
right?
put them
Oh,
in my
no, that's
backpack.
right. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
My bad.
I was
Yep,
like, what?
so-
No, is it on me?
No, my bad. So yeah, you see the wood that is splintered starting to melt away. You probably have about 2 rounds before it gets basically digested to the point where you won't be able to see it anymore.
Okay. Sweet, so that worked out. I was just throwing it in panic.
My box.
There's more boxes. There's not more rats, though.
Absolutely more rats. We live like over a basement of these things. We'll like set up a camp here, and then we'll like lure rats.
Yeah, I mean, they're unconscious, though, so...
All right.
Well, that's a good
So
thing.
that brings us to Triss. What would you like to do, Triss?
Oh shit! Shoot a sling at the thing because I do not want to get in range of it. And I miss.
All right, yep,
But-
you fling your sling and it goes wide.
And I'm gonna kind of move. I'm assuming running is going to happen, so I'm gonna move back here. Like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Millie, it is your action.
I'm also going to take some steps back and shoot an arrow at
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
it. And
Nice. Let's see how much that actually does to it.
1.
Max damage.
Okay. You fire an arrow into it, and the arrow is sticking out of the side of it.
Is it a spot?
Flesh strippers are down, so that brings it to this. It's going to lunge forward. And
Oh, no.
grab a hold of Aaron. Try to
Oh,
engulf
that's
her.
not good. Shit.
Don't they know the healers are supposed to be in the back?
Well, she was.
Good. I've got a cure light left.
oh, I feel bad. We brought her into this.
We'll get her out. We will get her out, I hope. That's a lot of hit points. Might not be accurate.
Yeah, she gets
Oh,
totally
that's
pulled
not
in.
Great.
Yeah. She gets pulled in and suffers 8 points of damage. She starts
Well.
screaming, "Oh, crap!" And that brings us to Erin's turn. She's going to try to break loose.
Got this, Aaron.
Nope, don't think so. She pops loose and falls onto the ground.
Oh,
Cheshire.
I was about to say with a 16 she didn't have it. I was like, good lord. I'm leaving.
Oh, this is not smart. This is not smart. Okay, fine.
And before that other one gets through the fucking door behind us, we're fighting 2 of these bastards.
Yeah, okay. Screw it. I'm gonna cast slow on this thing.
Oh, I wish you really were casting slow on this.
Your slow spell has hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yay! Oh wait, that is actually crap. 7.
Are we actually going to get you a weapon that does energy damage so you can just always be casting?
Do actual thing.
Yeah. I'd be like,
You slice
Fireball,
across
every
it,
time.
and you see some of the goo like sort of pour forward, almost like imagine if you like sliced open a Stretch Armstrong doll and like the goo in it
Yeah.
started running out. Yeah, that's about what it looks like. Korggix, what you got?
Well, Korggix isn't the smartest tool in the shed. So Korggix is getting in melee range.
All right.
And Korggix is just going to punch. Roll. I don't think put my hand in there is a good idea, so I'm going to dagger it. He's not that dumb. Pretty close, but not quite. Catastrophic failure. I might have put my hand in anyway.
All right, so yeah, you like reach forward to stab at it, and when you do,
that's my third one of the day, by the way.
Congratulations.
8 rolls.
Congratulations.
I'm definitely playing the lottery later. Don't worry. I'll end up owing them money.
Okay, so it doesn't do anything particular. Well, you like step into it, so you go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, please.
This. All right, well, we don't need to add anything to that, do we?
Yeah.
So solid 4.
You are pulled inside.
Oh,
God.
I just want to appreciate this scene for a moment. Giant Scrag in a cube of gelatin.
You will take 10 acid damage as you're pulled into the cube.
Can I react with absorb elements?
It's a reaction spell, right?
It's a reaction, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice.
So I will react to absorb some of that element. Wonderful acid.
So that means you take 5, and you can add 5 to your next damage, right? Is that how it goes?
Let's add a D something.
It's a 1d6, so I take 3 off of that 8, so I only take 5, and I get to add that.
Oh, no. Oh, it's just a D6 off, so you'll take 7, because it was 10.
Oh, it was 10?
You take half, but you get a D6 damage when you on your next melee attack.
Okay.
Spell captures some of the incoming
spell.
energy, lessening its effect and storing for your next melee. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, Hark takes an extra D6. So I didn't have to roll at all. I just had resistance. I was resistant to it.
So you take half damage and then you have a D6.
So I take 5 then? Or?
Yep. Yeah, you take 5 acid. And you are currently restrained and cannot breathe.
Oh,
hell yeah.
I'm hoping it can only restrain one of us. As I run up to Shillelagh, because my Shillelagh
My eyes are as big as pancakes.
Nice.
Look what I did!
Oh, nice. Love it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Womp womp. It's still 12, though.
Still 12, yeah. I'll take
So,
it.
yeah, you crack it across the side. And,
With magic.
Korggix go. And it...
My brother, go!
Do I count as being submerged right now?
Not in water.
Does it require you to be submerged in water? Or does it require you to be submerged in
Well, I
fluid?
think if I take any acid damage at all, it doesn't work. So
that's
I don't
right.
think it matters.
That's right.
I think it's acid or fire. I don't get my regen.
All right. So it jiggles like a jello mold as you smack into it, and that brings us to Millie. What would you like to do?
Shoot it.
All right.
Korggix is now like very clearly when he
I
sees you
swear
pull the
this
bow
app is
back, he's like, you could see the light bulb go on his head. I could have thrown the dagger.
Would have lost your dagger forever, but
Right.
it goes all blue.
So that's 6
Like-
total?
Yep, my crit was less impressive.
We don't know if
That's
it
all right.
destroys metal or not.
Better than nothing. All right, and that brings us to the cube. So the cube is going to, since it's starting your turn, or it starts its turn with you engulfed. All right, you will take. Fortunately, you are resistant to this damage. Take 11 in acid damage.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, you dropped, I guess.
Right. So you drop to 0 floating in the cube.
That's my entire health pool.
And you didn't have another one of those absorb elements?
No, that's after
Very
that's after the resistance of absorbed elements.
That's
Oh.
Yeah, even if it was 11, that would still be
Right.
6, and I'd still be dead.
So you're at 0. That will bring us to. Oh, it still has an action too, so it's going to go ahead and
I'm gonna get a friend.
move forward and engulf Cheshire. So Cheshire, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I know I'm dead, but if you come in accidentally high-fiving
Can it
me,
really hold that many people? Wow.
It can hold up to 2 medium creatures or 1 large creature.
Yes.
Mm.
All right, so you get pulled
hey,
in.
baby, what's up?
Oh!
You rolled a 2 just like me. Hell yeah.
And you take 11 acid damage.
That is not great. But I'm not unconscious yet. I just don't have any skin.
It's gonna go for me next.
Is that a D&D quote? I'm not unconscious
now.
yet. I just don't have any skin.
Yeah,
All right, so
I'm
Korggix,
posting that.
I need you to go ahead and make a death save, please.
Does Korggix still have
The advantage.
Yeah.
Yep, that lasts until he takes a long rest.
Okay. So I got to roll what now to live?
D20.
Yep, D20 twice, take the better of the 2 results. Hope you get a natural 20. Nope, but
13.
you do succeed though, so you have 1 successful death save.
Okay.
And
And that's it? I'm just
Yep.
suspended.
you're suspended and unconscious and can't breathe. We'll deal with the suffocating part if it comes down to it.
Normally, you
he'll
have to
be
pay
dead
good
long
money
before
to
that
get
happens.
all this, but
Right, yeah. That's quite an expensive treatment you're getting there. That brings us to Triss. What you got?
I'm just hitting it. Oh, it's 11.
11 will hit. Its armor class is shit.
You cut out.
Oh, 11 hits. Its armor class is not impressive.
Oh, sweet. Ooh,
Nice.
for max damage.
Not
And
too
magic
bad.
too. Just let go of both of my
Wrong.
brothers.
Wrong person.
They're all my brothers now.
All right. You smack into it good and solid. It spits out like a wave of internal goop, and that brings us to Millie.
Staff is no doubt covered in goop.
The staff is quite gooey at this point.
Oh man, I hate this.
All for help.
13 hits. Excellent.
Call who?
I mean, technically, I'm filling my role as tank.
It's true.
We're
You are.
doing our job
Used to be a
quite well.
tank.
And that brings us to the top of the cube's turn. At the top of the cube's turn, I need, let's see.
Wait, it's full.
It is full, so it can't move.
So it's
But
just going to smack me.
But it does deal acid damage to everyone that's inside of it.
Oh, I thought I got a turn in between the key turn and.
Yeah, did I skip someone?
I remember, like, the cube, like, engulfed me.
Right.
And I haven't had a turn since then.
Then I skipped Aaron. And yeah, I skipped you and Aaron for some reason. So Aaron gets to go.
I'm sitting here going, okay, D20s, don't fail me now.
She's going to fire her last guiding bolt at this thing, which it hits, and it takes 23 radiant damage,
Woo!
which might set you all loose.
Good job, Aaron.
Ooh.
Close, not quite. That's a love the intent.
So close. So close.
That is very close, but it is not dead. So that gives the next attack against the cube will have advantage. That brings us to Cheshire. Cheshire, are you conscious?
I'm conscious.
All right, so you can try to break out. You're restrained, which means that you'll have disadvantage on your strength check to try to break free.
All right.
Is it just strength or is it like athletics?
Just strength check. A 12 is what you needed. You pop out.
Only one death today.
You can pop out basically wherever you like along the side of it.
Dead yet?
Yeah, we'll pop out like where we were.
All right, and you have a bonus action still, or you can surge if you have action surge.
Don't have action surge yet, and I have used my bonus action already, so I'm gonna do the only thing I can do. Just stand there and be like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" As I inevitably get engulfed again.
Korggix, give me a death save, please, with advantage.
16.
All right, excellent. So that's 2 successes. However, you do take damage, so you also have a failure. So you have 2 successes, 1 failure right now. And that brings us to Triss.
If I didn't have advantage, I would be dead because I rolled 5 or less every single time without the advantage.
It's true.
Really? Cool. Ooh, not much, but maybe it'll be enough.
Excellent. You draw back and let out a scream and pop it. And as you bring your staff across, it like disintegrates like Obi-Wan Kenobi as you swing through it. And just this splash of goo drops everywhere.
All limbs out.
Right down the drain into the blood.
That's what I was going to say. I spin towards the drain and just sit there.
He does. However, at the moment that the cube loses its cogency, that basically renders it inert and it becomes water, which activates your regeneration. So you do get to heal.
Yeah!
DM feels bad.
You get to heal
on
one.
my next turn, but
You get to heal 1 hit point as the cube goes down the drain.
Korggix has really tried not to hit natural ones all day. Promising.
Erin like drops against the wall, like slides down, and is like taking heavy breaths. She's like, "Okay, everyone, all right?"
My eyes are still like this. I'm saying yes, but my head's doing this.
All right.
that's my last spell.
Let's collect ourselves and figure out what we're going to do from here. And
Here, Korggix.
Well,
more.
Before the flesh eaters wake up.
I gather the not dead. I throw my last cure light at Korggix for 10 points and start gathering not dead flesh eaters.
Oh, yeah, 10. I'm full health. I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
No punishment for my bad play.
And what would you like to put those flesh strippers in?
I have to go get another box.
Yeah, I think we just have to find some.
All right.
So I'm going to go back to the corner where I was before and pray to God I'm not getting consumed.
Throw the dust. Throw the dust before you go down.
I already did when I went to this corner.
I'll
so
give you another one. I'll give you another one here.
No, I mean like this. It's the same corner.
There's no more.
So-
There's no more cases in that corner. There was just the one. There's the 3 down here.
Okay. Well, I'm eating the dust. Or this way. Do I need to roll for that?
No, you're fine. It just falls normally. Go ahead and roll perception as you're going down that corner.
Great. Here comes. I can't feel my legs. 10.
You don't notice anything. You get down to the corner and
I'm gonna go assist and knock an arrow to my bow and watch after.
all right. You get you creep down and get to these 3 crates. You pop the first crate open, and this crate has what appears to be filled entirely with the dental work of humanoids. So, like,
that's actually kind of semi-important to me in a way.
Yeah, I was going to say, that wouldn't squick you at all.
It's got, like, gold teeth and teeth that have, like, copper melted in them and things along those lines. Looks like any teeth that had received dental work had been pulled from these corpses and put into this one box.
Put them into my backpack.
Right?
Because I'm actually really interested in like anything about that, because who knows, one day these stop growing and I just have teeth, so this might be important.
All right, you fill your backpack with teeth and now have a box to throw the flesh strippers in. And that is where we will pause game for this week.
I've only almost died like 8 times.
Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns?
Can I have natural 20s next game?
Yeah, I think my only complaint is Astral's rolls do not seem to be very balanced, as we roll 3 20s in a row and then 3 1s in a row.
Yep, joys of randomizers.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just the whole entire premise of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
No, then it would be
flip
all.
a coin through the whole play, and it's just heads, and they're like,
But it's heads the entire time.
yeah, and then they're like, but is it really
Okay,
weird?
so
because
I'm cursed. I just tested the dice rolls on D&D Beyond, and I hit 2 1s
Yeah, I just
in a row.
I just think
on the
these random
D20.
dice generators are not as random as real dice.
The problem is that they're probably more random than real dice are.
Not if you use a dice tower.
Well, I mean, right, but like regular dice have imperfections, all sorts of things that actually fuck with their random. Like,
Yeah, that's why I use a dice tower.
these are used for like, I mean, these use algorithms that.
Yeah. Anyway, where it's way off topic.
It is, but that's okay. But yeah, so you have survived the first half of the dungeon. Congratulations.
Yeah. That family teamwork.
We'll figure out what you're going to do next session. But
get some more help.
Yeah. Let's do our outros real quick, and then we will plan to resume this next week. Let's start with Cheshire. Go ahead and give us all your pertinence, please.
Hi, so I am Chaz, he, him. I'm a PhD student who studies video games and music and storytelling. And I am playing Cheshire, the Sutorenja, who is lacking much muscle mass thanks to the flesh strippers, and much skin thanks to the gelatinous cube. Still having a good time, though.
Yeah, you're in good shape. You got you got a hit point left. You're in good shape.
Yeah, I got 2 hit points, though. I'm like, I got an extra hit point, honestly.
That's all you need.
Excellent. And next up, we have Millie. Please give us your pertinence.
Hello, I am Ayli. I'm a fetish model. You can find me on Twitter at Kitty Curiosity if you're an adult. I'm also part of an X-rated D&D stream called Roll for Seduction. You can find us on Twitter at Rollseduction or on rollforseduction.com. But again, only if you're a legal adult.
Grown folks only. Next up, we have Korggix. Please give us your pertinence.
I am Tric, or the Hair Tric. I go on by all the social media stuff. I'm a variety streamer on twitch.tv and a level designer for 15 odd years for Relic Entertainment, THQ before the bankruptcy, and then Sega after the bankruptcy because they bought Relic. If you're interested in any of the level design stuff or anything like that, always stop by and ask me. Even if I'm not talking about it, I'd always love to chat about it, even if it's not the game that I'm playing. Currently, I'm going through the struggle of trying to get Stalker to work, but old games in Windows 10, not a good time. So, but yeah, stop by and chat. It's always a pleasure to see some people.
Wonderful. And last but most certainly not least, Triss.
Hi, I'm playing Triss. She's she, I am she, they. I'm Stewart, co-author of Scarlet's novel Vigilance for Shadows and Dreams. I also have multiple titles up on Drive-Thru RPG for Scarlet's setting, and I consider myself a Scarlet's lore nerd. I mean, I dare you. Come on. I dare somebody to challenge me on that one. No one has yet. And you can find me at morelikethisindustry.com or on LinkedIn as Sarah Stewart.
Oh,
That's
nice.
the best place to find me is LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Right on. I have one of those. I don't know that I've updated it since I was making
Twitter.
movies for a living.
I don't Twitter. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And neither does Chaz. He just has one literally because I made him get one. And I'm Travis Legg. When I'm not doing this, I'm running games over on Ayli's channel. I run games at the Onyx Path Twitch. I am the Scarlands line developer for Onyx Path Publishing and the programming coordinator for the Onyx Path Twitch. Let's see what's going on with Scarlands. I know you can get Creature Collection in print on demand or PDF right now, and I believe the backer version is off at the printer. So I look forward to showing that off on stream once I have a copy in my hot little hands. I think that's pretty much it at the moment. There's the most recent release for Scarlands was Yugman's Part 3. So that's up on Drive-Thru RPG. Please go over and check all that stuff out. Thank you very much.
Visual Watch this month?
This month we will be getting Visual Watch Chapter 4, Leone. That'll come at the end of the month, the last Wednesday of the month. Or not Leone, I'm sorry, the Iron Court.
Okay.
3 was Leone. We're getting the Iron Court this month. Ironbread. Lots of cool stuff in that installment of Vigil Watch. It's really the first chance that you'll get to dive into Ironbread culture because the Ironbread have 2 pages of write-up in the player's guide, and that's it. So this is our opportunity to really sort of establish who the Ironbread are, and I'm looking forward to it. We have a lot of fun stuff to share with you on that note. So keep an eye out, and if you've not yet done so, pick up the previous Vigil Watch books. They cover the Toe Islands, the Yorling of Mansk, and the city of Leone. So there's lots of cool lore information, areas that were not horrendously well detailed in previous Scarlands books. It's a good time. So we will be back here this time next week, and I will be back here Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for Scarlands Sins of Shelzar, which they're about to get into some pretty serious shit there, so that's fun. If you subscribe to this channel, you get video on demand right away. If you support me on Patreon, we do an early access to the downloaded videos and the podcast. And this show is exclusively being podcasted on Patreon as well. Sins of Shelzar you can get anywhere that you can get podcasts. So please rate, review, all that fun stuff. Don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe. Follow everybody that's on this channel because we all love you very much, and thank you for taking time to tell some stories with us. We'll see you again next week. Bye. Give me my back soon screen.